I don't know why it keeps muting me at the beginning of the show, dude. That's 2 days in a row. What's good, everybody? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell, and this wonderful lad beside me here, Big Brad Betts. How we doing, bro?
Doing great, AB. Huge MLS slate. We got the end of the Netherlands. We have all this cup stuff flowing through. We're almost to the weekend. It's a lot to go. A lot is going on in the world of football today.
A lot is indeed, man. Both footballs. Got NFL schedules coming out, man. Excited for that. Look, Andrew said it best. That's a demerit. It is a demerit. It is. Let's see, dude. San Francisco was Dinger City last night. I know, man. It played out. It played out nicely. Let's see. Hold on. I got a couple comments I want to get to real quick before we go. All right, Big Tony. I saw your text too. Did I miss the crew exclusive last night? Well, we all did because it was my fault and I passed out. I was gassed. I was absolutely gassed, man. We'll get that thing back on track. I severely apologize. I'm just running on fumes, man. I was down. I woke up about 9 o'clock and I was like, well, this ain't good. Apologies on that. All right, Big Tim. AB ordered a detail hat back in March. Any update? I want to wear to PFL Charlotte. Nice. First off, thank you. Second, let me check with we use Spring. That's the name of the company. I'll check with them right after the show. I know that sometimes, man, the shipping can get like late. I've like this hat. I got it in, I think, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. And then I ordered a shirt and it was like 9 weeks. Craziness. I had to get him on about that. Tim, I'll get right back at you, brother. And if anybody else has any merch issues or anything, let me know, please. Because yeah, I'll definitely get with you on that one. Let's see. Okay, so Big Country Kane, good to see you, brother. Good to see you indeed, man. Matty boy, back in the friendly confines, man. It feels good, doesn't it? Feels good. All right, everybody. If you could hit the like button, please, it would be huge. If you're watching on your phone, just pull the screen down, hit like. Pull it right back up. We won't ask you for anything else, but that is huge. If you could do that, be fantastic. All right, let's get started with the show. Big Addison, good to see you, Bubba. Simon Benoit, Toronto, over 1.5 block shots. Find a dance partner for parlay. Has hit 9 of the last 10. Addy coming through. Thank you, big time. Thank you. All right, let's have it yesterday. Solid. Donovan Mitchell, over 3.5 threes. We'll talk about the NBA here in just 1 second. Cash that one. Jamal Murray, over 2.5 threes. Took a minute, but we got there, plus 135. Eugenio Suarez, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Got this one in the first inning. That was nice. Yankees, Mariners. Folks in the chat yesterday who were saying, be careful. You were right. You were very right on this one, man. Ended up, I think it was 2-1. I was watching the tail end of it through 11 innings. That one was tough. On the afternoon show, man, look, we had a parlay, Brad, yesterday of basically all the stars hitting 3 threes, right? Halliburton, who he had 6. Donovan Mitchell, Jokic, and Jamal Murray. So Jokic and Murray together was like 550 or something around there. All 4 of them together was plus 2,000, dude. And we'll talk about the NBA in just 1 second, but sorry about your Cavs, buddy. I know that was a tough way to end the year.
Anybody surprised? No, I took a little wager on plus 16.5 Indiana. I've seen enough Cavaliers basketball this season. Just like watching the Celtics, there is no lead that is safe with those two teams.
Nope. There's no lead safe in the NBA. I mean, it's absolutely nuts, man. All right, let's get into our picks here for today. First off, man, Howie Schwab, crew play of the day. I got 2 NBA games tonight. What are we doing? All right. Knicks plus 4.5. Celtics minus 4.5. I get that they're at home. Not that home's been that great to anybody anyways. Warriors plus 11.5 or the Timberwolves minus 11.5. Polls in the chat. Vote now. Update as we always do at the end of the show here. Liddy said, first off, his DTL socks haven't arrived. Did you go ankle sock, crew sock? Like, when we were coming up, it was all about the ankle sock. Like, not like, soccer, obviously, you've got socks, that you've got to put, shin gear, under it. But like just regular, it was all about it was like a no-show. The lower that you could get. I look around now and I'm dude, feel like I'm an old man, dude. Everybody's going with the crew. I kind of like them though. There's no question there. That's my I just left you hanging there on sock conversation.
You're right though. Like, I used to cut my tall socks in order to make them ankle socks because it was so hard to find back in the day. So it's such a weird situation to see it just come full circle.
I know. I'll say this though. The crew sock is solid. Like, I wear slides everywhere, all day, every day, just constantly. And the crew sock, it's the way to go. Look, and AB, I ordered a Dodger win yesterday. No update needed. Man, boys are just tired. They've been going. They've been traveling so much. Finally get back. And Bat's a little dead, but they'll get him back. We're going to talk about this here in a second because I've been messing around with some different stuff here in regards to, teams that are having tough times, man. Because the Dodgers aren't the only one. Addy broke out his Rick Smits jersey last night. Raise your hand if you folded down your crew socks. Yeah. Big Ben. My kids are all long socks. Yeah. Mitch, match colors and designs. They don't give a shit. They are, dude. Like, all the kids go with it, man. All the kids go with it for sure. Okay. All right. Let's get into our picks for today. Bradley, you lovely son of a gun. Lead us off. What you got?
We're headed to the MLS, one of the night matches. It's a familiar team that you guys have seen over and over again. It's San Jose. We're taking on Miami. We're taking the over 3 at -140. Both teams, scorers and conceders. San Jose scored in 85% of their last 26. They're actually the highest scoring team in the league, averaging the only team over 2 goals scored per match. They're also a conceding team, 86% of their last 29. And 1.67 goals conceded per match in the league this season, which is the 6th highest. So, San Jose, one of the top team for goals, total goals in the entire MLS. Both teams have scored in 70% of their last 26, 80% of their last 20 have hit over 2.5. And when they hit both teams to score, they hit that over 2.5 and that over 3.5, especially at home. But you like Miami on the away end, starting to kick into form offensively and still porous as ever defensively, playing away from home, should concede, but they've scored now in 89% of their last 52 matches. So Messi and the boys love to find the net. Let's hope he is in the lineup today, even though it's a short turnaround from the weekend. But they're now also conceding in 28 of their last 33, 85%. So Miami, regular conceders, especially away from home, 18 of the last 22 against MLS teams, which is 82%. So they concede against MLS teams away from home. They concede in the league where they are all 3 today. Both teams to score for Miami's come in 87% of their last 23 in the league, which is just crazy to see that type of production. Over 2.5 has come in 75% of the last 33. So they hit the over 2.5. Both teams love in the 90% category of hitting the over 2.5 when they hit both teams to score, which is kind of how I see this match going. Both teams are able to score, then they'll be able to hit that over 2.5. And then you look at Miami in 13 of the last 15 that hit over 2.5, over 3.5 come in, 6 of the last 8 specifically away from home. So we are going to take that over 3, looking for 3 goals, and then push into that 4th at -140 between San Jose and Miami.
Beautiful, my man. Beautiful. Well done. All right. I'm going 2 NBA, 2 Major League Baseball. All right. First, we're going to go Jalen Brunson over 2.5 threes. I think the Knicks understand. Don't play with your food. Handle your business. Now. Don't mess around. Handle your business. Get the job done. Go with Brunson there. Also going to take Jimmy Butler. Butler's had some problems. I don't know what's going on in Golden State. We're going to talk about this in a second, but I don't know, man. Tonight is kind of telling. Like, not that he's quit. None of that. I'm not saying any of that, but I don't know. Something feels off. something feels off, and I don't know if Steph has that big of a presence in that locker room, but I don't know, man. Something feels weird there. Bryce Harper. All right, so understand this is game 1. I don't mind if you want to play game 2, and I'll show you why here in a second. But Bryce Harper, you're going to see the historicals. This man might as well be getting Father's Day cards from Eric Fay. Bryce Harper owns him. All right. And then Austin Riley of the Braves. Over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at plus 105. Now, in the chat real quick, Matty Boy, Bryce Harper over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 155. Yeah. So you see, I moved it to 2.5 to play it at plus money. But as Matty says here, like, yeah, 1.5, much better, right? Just depends if you want to play the juice. But yeah, going with those right there. Big Scott, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Yeah, Matty, I got a feeling Harper's gonna mash today too. Mario, what's good, brother? Why are the Knicks underdogs? Well, glad you asked that, man. We're gonna talk about that. Let's jump into it right now. All right, I'll post full screen. So, first game, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Knicks and the Celtics. Knicks a 4.5-point underdog, leading the series 3-1 in Boston. Total 207.5. So, shoot, I mean, Brad, I'll throw it over to you because I don't have any, like, profound thought of why the Knicks are underdogs. Jason Tatum out. Andrew White, if you're talking about Bryce Harper, that's for game 1. But game 2, he's going to do it both, I believe. But that's game 1. Game 1. All right, so, Brad, I throw it over to you, man. What do you see, man? Celtics 4.5-point favorite?
Something stinks, AB. Why is this plus 4.5? I mean, I think after the Tatum injury, who's going to handle the ball? I mean, you're going to have Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown leading the way a little bit. You'll probably have a little bit more Peyton Pritchard. Their points are going to have to be spread out. But without Tatum, I mean, he's the distributor. He's the one who gets Derek White open, Jaylen Brown open, and all these guys, the creator, the man who just drives into space. So I don't know why this could possibly be 4.5. So maybe the Celtics have that one inspirational win at home, and then before the Knicks go and close it out. That's the only thing that I can think of. I think everybody and their mother is just your normal public bettor is going to look at this match and say, I'm going to take the Knicks. Tatum is out. So why is this 4.5? I think that's the question that I have. Maybe I need to look more into it, but just something stinks about this line.
I don't like it at all, and I'll tell you why. I don't trust Jaylen Brown. That dude can go 0 for 1,000 from 3, and he'll keep shooting them.
Have you heard they're already looking to ship him out?
I would.
They're talking about Brad Stevens already saying since Tatum's injury. I mean, literally the night of his injury, they're saying, well, it looks like Jaylen Brown's going to be shipped out for a whole bunch of picks. So it's either Jaylen Brown tonight says, I'm going to make a statement, or he's just going to fold like a cheap tent.
Yeah. I put my money on fold. Like, yeah. The dude can't hit. It drives you like it. And his 3 numbers are like 1.5. And he'll easily miss it. Here are my thoughts here. Now, the Celtics are, they're a loaded team. They've got talent everywhere. But here's the deal. Now, it's 3-1. It's obviously a must-win for Boston. But tonight's a must-win for New York. And I'll tell you why. Because what you don't want to do is lose tonight, go back home, game 6, lose, and then you got to go game 7 in Boston. And you just lost 2 straight. You could give me the Knicks plus 4.5 all day long. Now, if you want to manipulate this number, totally get it. But, I mean, if you're the Knicks, you want to win tonight. End it. Be done with it. Move on. Move on. Oh. Look, again, I mean, not that, if they lost, not that they couldn't win game 6 at home. But, dude, New York fans know, do not mess around. Do not tempt that mistress, because it hasn't been kind in New York. I think that and especially for a team like the Knicks, that not that they're the only team, but like they don't quit. There's no quit in this team. So yeah, you can give me the Knicks plus 4.5 all day long. If I lose that bet, fine. Price worth the cost of admission. Fine. I'm not going to parlay it. I'm not going to do anything. Play it straight up. Knicks plus 4.5. If I lose, fine. Whatever. I'll lose a unit on that one.
Do you think we see more threes tonight without Tatum, or less threes? Because they're already a team who just guns it, right? They're shooting threes basically every time down the court. If there is even somebody close to being open. Do you think that it changes at all with Tatum out because he's such a distributor, or do you think it goes up, that we now need to shoot more and try to take more opportunities to get 3 points on one trip?
They're definitely going to take them. Like they're going to take a ton of them. Jaylen Brown will. Derek White will. Al Horford take a couple. Yeah, Big Tony. Bryce Harper's game one. Game one, my man. Good question. No, it's a good question. Game one. Yeah, I mean, they're going to take threes. That's what this team has done. And it's gotten them this far. But, yeah, they're going to fire him.
If they get a lead late in the game, they're going to fold again. If it's close, that might be one of those moments where if you do see the Knicks down by a portion, kind of like you saw with Indiana against the Cavs, it's almost like a no-brainer to take a big plus spread, because there's just such an easy chance for somebody to fold at the end of the game.
Yep. Now, look, Matt Logan's got the look on it. Jaylen Brown over 11.5 rebounds and assists, has cashed every game he's played without Tatum this season. There you go. Well, you can't blame a guy for doing the blue-collar work. Rebounds and assists. Well, that's a good look, man. Yeah. If you're the Knicks, I'm telling you, this is a must-win game. You do not want to mess around with that. That's not been good juju for them. Yeah, look, Lance said it. Without Tatum, Celtics will they're gonna shoot a million threes tonight. Even Kristaps Godzingis. Dude, Kristaps walked so Nikola Jokic could run.
Oh, God.
All right, let's jump over to game 2. Warriors and the Timberwolves. Warriors 11.5-point underdogs on the road. Timberwolves up 3-1 in the series. Total of 203.5. What are your thoughts here, man?
It's such a low total.
No, that was correct. That was correct. No, okay.
This Warriors team is bad. Like, they're even playing 13, 14 players deep, which is not really what you want to see in the playoffs. I think that this could be it. I mean, it's done. But the problem with this spread is you could get the Timberwolves to come out here and put up 130 in this game of just having fun. And then the Warriors have 90, and it'll easily clear. So I'm scared about playing an under in this situation. I think I would go over.
Yeah, I can see it. I bet Anthony Edwards goes off tonight for Minnesota. I could definitely see him completely going off. I think his threes number is 3.5. Yeah. Now, the Timberwolves, this is game 5. It's at home. They're not in the same situation. They could lose game 6 in Golden State. Game 7's back home. So you have that insurance in your back pocket. Not that you want to use it, but I think they want to get the job done. Now, 11.5. And here's the problem. I don't doubt that the Timberwolves starters can beat the Warriors starters by 12 points or more. I don't doubt that one bit. The problem has been when the Warriors put their bench guys in, they score like 20 points immediately. That's the problem, right? Is it minute like Steve Kerr will wave the white flag. Minnesota, just chill on your heels, don't give up, an easy goal where somebody just walks up and taps it and your goalie's on his phone, right? But that's the issue. So you're going to want to be up like 16 points in the last 2 minutes. Matt Logan said the problem is Draymond knows the spread. Dre. All right. I don't know what to do with this. I really don't. I would try to bring that number down for Minnesota as much as I could. Yeah. Stripe said it. Dude, Steve Curry. He'll pull the starters at halftime to rest for next season. Two things to watch in this game because something does stink. And it could be nothing. Could be something. But Jimmy Butler, towards the end of these games, is not scoring. He's not shooting. Like, I'm fascinated to see how that goes. And then Draymond Green. Does he foul out tonight? I think he fouls out tonight. This is a big, yeah. This is the one. If you could bet Tex, this is the one. You know what he'll also do? If you want to play an off-the-board prop bet, ladder Draymond Green threes. Seriously. He'll shoot them. And especially in a game like this, if they're getting blown out, he'll shoot 1 million of them. Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. That's the NBA. I would try to move that Timberwolves number down. I would try to do it. Oh, my man, Big Brian Liberati, playoff Jimmy is about done. Yes, he is. He's exhausted. I mean, this dude it's been a long year. Been a wild year. Also, got a golf show coming from Brian. Putting the final editing touches on it. We'll have it up by midday. Get it out there. We'll tweet it out and all that so that you can see it. And Brian, great job, man. As always, great job. Draymond T or flagrant out tonight, right? That actually is an issue if you're betting his props. Be careful of that. It is an issue.
Yeah, like blowout, halftime. I might look at an under on Draymond. I mean, if he looks at all motivated to get something like that, if he's, he's pushing and shoving, he's people coming, beating him down low, it's coming. He's gonna do something. He's gonna hit somebody somewhere. It's gonna be after the whistle, and he's gonna say, "Hey, they're targeting me." Okay.
Yeah. Well, remember, Draymond has multiple issues with guys on this team. All right. He's choked guys out. He broke Mike Conley's face after it was already broken. All right. I'm sure in Memphis, he didn't appreciate that very much. Like, and what I mean by that is Minnesota's at home. Minnesota could be blowing that ass out, and Minnesota could be letting his ass know about it. Like, yeah. I've got a very good feeling that they could be letting him know about it. So,
yeah, Ant-Man doesn't like to talk at all.
No. And remember, Steve Kerr told Anthony Edwards, if we had there's no way we would draft you. Okay. All right. Well, I'm about to send your ass on vacation. Oh, my God.
Give the man more motivation, please. He needs it. God.
Minnesota could – this game's going to be wild. Let me just say that. This game's going to be wild. All right. So, let's see here. Matty Boy, detail help you save the day. Last night I could get the Xbox. My office working. Tried everything I could think of. Thought I was about to do it today. Did the same. Oh, there we go. I love that everybody immediately was like, hey, sure it's not AB's internet? Which is a very valid comment. Very valid. Oh, my God. All right. Let's hit our picks one more time for anybody who may have came in after that. Brad, hit us what you got, buddy.
We're headed to that night matchup, Wednesday night, midweek MLS slate, breaking up the soccer week. We're going to a match in California, San Jose versus Miami, taking that over 3 Asian total at -140. There were some people in the chat asking, in Hard Rock specifically, since Florida doesn't have those Asian totals, what should we look at? Maybe look at a double team total split, over 1.5 for San Jose, over 1.5 for Miami. That can kind of get you to a close place of where I see this match going with an easy split opportunity. So I would do that over a both teams to score and over 2.5 around -165. But for this purpose, we're going over 3 Asian total, -140. 3 goals gives us a push. 4 goals gives us a full cash.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Well, it probably helps if I give mine out as well. Jalen Brunson, Knicks, over 2.5 threes, -125. Jimmy Butler, I'm going with it, over 1.5 threes, +180. Bryce Harper, all right, this is game 1 against the Cardinals, although would mind running it back in game 2 as well. Bryce Harper, over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, +130. Then Austin Riley, the Braves, over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at +105. Okay. My man, Aaron Bailey. Good freaking morning. Hey, good freaking morning to you, AB. Hey, you're the real AB. Look, Stripes, look. Yep, see? Thought AB had some issues, but Matty Boy got it. Restarted his TV. Xbox works again. My man is good to go. Good to go. Big John said, yeah, Randall's a warrior killer. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. All right. Let's get a little here's a question for you. All right, perfect question. My man Doug asked, because I don't know the answer either. So I'm gonna be educated as well. How do you get the Asian total?
DraftKings. Simple as that. DraftKings.
Okay. I mean, all right.
That's the only book that I have, specifically in Tennessee, but that I know of that even offers the Asian totals. So I go straight to DraftKings. If there is another book that does, please let me know, because I would love to be able to shop this Asian line. But yes, that's the only book, DraftKings is, that actually offers it. So shout out to DraftKings.
Shout out to DraftKings. Shout out to Liddy. Says, where's Duke? Durham? North Carolina? Hey, and speaking of North Carolina, on the afternoon show, how about them boys from High Point, North Carolina? Handled business. We had them +3.5 on the run line. They beat Wake Forest outright, and we got the under 16.5. Love to see that one. High Point can hit. High Point can hit, man. Most runs in the country, college baseball. Reed and Matty Boy both said Bet365 has Asian lines as well. Hey, I'll tell you this. If you have the option to use Bet365, I love it. That's a fantastic book, man. If you can get it, do it. I've been using them a ton lately. High Point, what a field. I know, right? Dude, it's solid. Aaron, love you, brother, man. Love you too, bub. Still doing all the hack shit. This person and people were able to get into every damn, man. I'm so sorry to hear that, buddy. We're gonna have to send Bibbo on them. Hopefully that all gets cleared up. All right. Time for our favorite game. Let's hit some bombs today. We didn't hit a single one yesterday. Even though we lost one guy, Jordan Alvarez. He didn't play. But here we go. Austin Riley, pictured there, +270. Pete Alonso, the Mets, +360. Bryce Harper, +450. Brandon Lowe, +550. And Big Paul Goldschmidt of the Yankees, +650. So, Brad, throw it over to you first, buddy. Who are you going with?
Wow, Bryce seems like a good pick based on what my guy is thinking today, but we're not going to follow in his footsteps. We're going to go, give me the home run king, the man who shows up every single year to be the home run champ at the All-Star break. Give me Peter, baby. Pete Alonso.
He's due. He's due. He's due. Absolutely, he's due. I'm going Bryce Harper. Look, I don't mind Austin Riley. I don't mind any of these guys. Like, you're going to see some really solid numbers. But, look, here's the problem. Knock on wood. Like, now I'm overhyping it. And that's when Bryce Harper goes like 0 for 5, right? So I'll cool my temperament here, right? But yeah, I'm going to go Bryce Harper. Plus 450 KC3. Diggers were live in San Francisco last night. You're right, AB. Whatever you guys giving up 8. I'm on Chapman and Yaz. Yeah, dude. They're gonna keep going. They're gonna keep going. Japan, AB, Bryce Harper for game 1. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Game 1. I believe that start because it was rained out. Now we've got a doubleheader today, and I believe game 1 is at 1 o'clock Eastern, somewhere 1:30 Eastern, somewhere around there. Check it. You get a lot of love here, man. Pete Alonso. Yeah, Mario feels it. Bailey's with it. Yep, Mosh is with it. 100%, man. 100%. I need Acuna minor league home run props. Yes. Yes. All right. Take a look at weather here first. 12:05 Central, Andrew White. Game 1 of the Cardinals and the Phillies. Brewers and the Guardians. Okay, so take a look here. Temperature, low 70s. Feels like mid 70s. Solid there for humidity. And you see why. Possible drizzle in the game. 10% chance. Wind blowing out. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. I don't know if these teams are going to hit, but this is actually a better hitting conditioned game than it might appear at first look. But then again, you got to get both teams doing it. Diamondbacks and the Giants. Day game today. 60 degrees. Feels like high 50s. No rain. Look at that wind picking up as it goes. Blowing straight out. Yeah. If it ain't broke, dude, don't fix it. Pirates and the Mets. Now, here's where wind comes into play. All right. Low 60s temperature. Feels like high 50s. Got rain. Decent chance of it. It'll trail off, but be careful. But look at this wind. 12.5 miles an hour. Blowing basically right to left. So, right-handed pull hitters. Pete Alonso.
Peter.
This is your day today. Yep, Brad. Yep. Yeah, just pay attention there. White Sox and the Reds. Okay, so the reason I included this is that when you first look at this, you say, well, this doesn't look great. The hell is this? This is better hitting weather than you think. All right, because what you have are mid-70s, but that feels like high 70s. Humidity all over the board. All right, because the precipitation chances, 12% and decreasing as the game goes. This is great hitting weather. Yes, the wind, it's not blowing out, but 3 miles an hour is nothing. Okay? Nothing. And for anybody that's new, the reason why we talk humidity, every 10% increase in humidity above 55% results in roughly an additional 10 to 15 feet of carry of the baseball. Look, I don't know if other shows use it, but it's real. Very real. This is a game that could be muggy as hell. Now, again, it's the White Sox and the Reds, right? But this game could feature some bombs. Just putting it out there. Most people probably won't talk about it or even look at this game. This one could have them. Nationals at the Braves. Muggy. High 70s. Humidity. Low 80s. Dude. Wind's not great, but it's not terrible by any means. Solid. A's and the Dodgers. Blowing out. All right. For lefties. Shohei. Freddie. All right. Now, mid-60s. Feels like low 60s. Solid. No rain. But can the Dodgers get it? Can they hit? Liddy said it best. I'd let the Dodgers tell you, give you some good reasons to bet them right now. Banged up. Odds are out of whack. Yep. Agreed. And that's the tough part about betting teams like the Dodgers, right? Like, you're going to pay a premium in betting juice and amped numbers because They're one of the best teams, and it's the Dodgers, right? But if there were a day that the Dodgers could get it back, this could be it. And the A's clearly can hit too. Like, they have no issues hitting bombs. So, yeah, might have a solid one here. Might have a solid one. All right. Now, let's get into our information, Brad. Okay. Hitter versus pitcher historicals. I want you to look at the top of the screen there. Look at old Bryce Harper. 22 at-bats, 11 hits, 6 home runs. Dude, in home runs alone, he's hitting 400. You could take the 4 singles and 5 doubles out of it. Or maybe it's more closer to 3, whatever. Bryce Harper is mashed off your boy. Okay. Brandon Lowe off Chris Bassett. 11 at-bats, 5 hits, 3 home runs. Now, for Bryce Harper, Brandon Lowe, and Paul Goldschmidt, look at the walks. Okay. You see plate appearances, PA. You see at-bats. All right. Walks don't count as at-bats. So, Harper's got 22 at-bats, 27 plate appearances, has 5 walks. If you play any of these guys for home runs, you want a little insurance there, walk could be something. Keep going down the list. Pete Alonso. All right, now, only 1 hit off 9 at-bats off Bailey Falter, but it was a home run. And you can see, I'm not going to read through the whole list, but, yeah. Bryce Harper could have a shot. Could have a shot. And remember, go back to yesterday. You think this is good. Go back to Tuesday's show and look at the Phillies against Sonny Gray, who's pitching in game 2 tonight. It was way more than it is against your boy Eric here. I mean, literally the entire Phillies lineup had mashed on Sonny Gray, right? So, yeah, pay attention there. Yeah, we had Patrick Carmody. People talking about it. Dude, John is right. He's not been bad. That's the tough part. He's not been great, but it hadn't been what it normally was, right? Like, that's the difficult part. All right, so let's flip it. Let's invert it here. Manny Machado, 9 hits, 20 at-bats off Kyle Hendricks. Yeah, look at Sonny Gray here. You're going to see Sonny Gray's name start to pop off. All right, this is game 2. Trey Turner, 9 of 23. Alec Baum, 5 of 11. Nick Castellanos, 5 of 18. Keep going. Brandon Marsh, 3 of 3. All right. Brandon Marsh hit off both these pitchers, dude. You see a lot of Mets on here, too. Dude, I love game 1. Game 2 could have a ton of hits and runs, but we will see. All right, hitting streaks. Manny Machado did it again. 13 straight games. Cody Bellinger, 9 straight games with the hit. Alec Baum, 8 straight games. Jose Ramirez, he hit him a bomb yesterday, 8 straight games. Keep going down the list. Nico Horner. Fernando Tatis hit him a walk-off bomb. 7 straight games with a hit. Ryan Mountcastle, 7 straight games. Josh Naylor, Corey Seager, Brandon Nimmo. Yeah, Aaron Judge, 5 straight games, man. There you go. So, that is baseball for today. All right, let's hit our picks one more time. And then, Brad, I want to get your thoughts on anything soccer-wise that we need to know about. But the pick, hit it. What you got, buddy?
We're heading to that night matchup in California, San Jose versus Miami. We're hoping for 4 goals, over 3, minus 140. 3 goals pushes us, but 4 goals gives us that full cash.
There we go. Come on, Jalen Brunson, over 2.5 threes, plus minus 125. Jimmy Butler, over 1.5 threes, plus 180. Bryce Harper, over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, plus 130. Austin Riley, over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, plus 105. Okay, yeah, Brad, anything soccer-wise that we need to know about?
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole list of matches today, but specifically, we're looking at the Netherlands, the Eredivisie. There's 2 match weeks left. There's an entire slate today. All of the teams in the Eredivisie are playing today, and it will finish this weekend. But what you really need to know is down the stretch, in a lot of these leagues, you'll see some complacency within the numbers, within the players, and that just comes down to what I've written here. It's just motivation. It's, do I have a desire to play? Is there something to play for? So you look at those matches today, there's 9 in the Eredivisie, given that there's 18 teams, 2 match weeks left. And when you look at the numbers from the entire season, both teams to score in over 2.5 are just trailing in above 50%. So not really that great. And towards the end of the season, both teams to score has even come down a little bit. But what you have seen is the consistency is between over 2.5 goals and over 3.5. When over 2.5 comes in, over 3.5 comes in. In fact, 1 in every 3 matches the entire season will be over 3.5 goals. So if you're going to be looking at some certain matchups, maybe instead of looking for that 2.5 goals, look more for that 3.5 goals for a higher payout. It's just what's trending in the Netherlands. But be careful. Everything today is a cup final or down the stretch with a relegation battle, a promotion battle. A lot of these teams are setting up and where they're going to be finishing the rest of the season. All of that is coming down to the next few match weeks. So you just could see different play style. It's more tournament style play versus league style play. So beginning this week specifically and the last couple of days, we've seen it. You just haven't seen some of that end game push that you used to see. And I mentioned it last stream was some players might be in Dubai, which means they just might be on vacation looking for next season. They might be pulling a Warriors, a Steve Kerr, and looking to that preseason game, maybe even a halftime, sitting some of those guys because it doesn't even matter, looking at players for next season. So just be very careful. Check your lineups before you make a lot of bets throughout the next couple of weeks, and we'll be looking more toward the weekend.
Smart man. Well said. Well said indeed. All right, everybody, we'll get out of here. Last question here. Hold on 1 second. Rue. Oh, yeah. What do you think about Cedric Mullins over his bill? I absolutely love it. I love this dude. He can hit for power. He can hit for extra base hits. He can just hit and move. I absolutely love it. I think it's a great call. Nobody talk. Well, not nobody, but Mullins doesn't get the credit that he deserves. This dude can play. This dude can play. He can hit, man. And he's surrounded by a bunch of other guys, big name guys, young guys that can hit. Yeah, man. I love Mullins. Solid play right there. All right. Get out of here, everybody. Best of luck. Cash these tickets will be live 3 p.m. Eastern today. Till then, day baseball to hit. Let's go get it. See ya.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody.